We got this Ditchwitch 1820. It's a very big device. The system is similar to the 1300, but the engine is way bigger. It's a huge monster engine. This thing is pretty neat. I've never seen this before, where the wheels actually articulate. So we have four controls. This is your gas. Power wash it. You can see how bright that is. But I didn't get to power wash this side. That doesn't make sense, but that's what happened. This is your 4x4 or locking mechanism, so that both wheels spin at the same time. So when you're backing up, it'll go straight. This here, I believe, this has to be the I don't know yet, but I'm sure this is the lever to bring the arm up and down. And this is your forwards and backwards, and it seems like this actually controls the articulation of the rear wheels. All this electrical stuff, I don't know where it goes, and I'm not worried about it right now. We'll figure it out eventually. I might actually just take all that out. It's unnecessary. And so you see, this one is right, this one is left. So down is left and up is right. And then this on here, like I said, is articulation of the arm up or down. So the hydraulics should all be there. I was nervous because I saw this hose here just kind of dangling, and I didn't know what the heck it went to. Got super nervous when I saw that because there's something missing there, and I don't think that's anything for this machine. Turns out that hose is right there, and so if you can see it, that's actually the drain for the engine, the motor oil, and that should be the fill spout for the motor oil there. Where is it? Dang, there's no room. Oh, right here, this bolt right here. So that's the fill point for it. And then the intake manifold is completely rusted out. You can see it just, I put gas in there to clean it out a little bit. And so that is. And then I also took the spark plug out and I put some gas in there, which is not really a good idea. You want to put transmission fluid or brake fluid in there, and that'll free everything up. But the gas will get between stuff. It's gonna dry, and then I'll put some brake fluid in there. Oddly enough, this thing has a coil. It has a coil here. It's not there, obviously, but you can see where the coil sits, the box of goodies. So here's the coil itself, and I'm guessing whoever did this probably wired it wrong, because nobody quite understands how the heck the coil goes. But I'll tell you here in a second. I'm just looking to see what's in here. Oh gosh, this thing had some fluid come out of it. Yeah, you see. So I don't know if that's gas or water, but this thing is pretty freaking dirty. I haven't opened it up. Not sure if stuff's growing in there or not. And this one's not as rusted as the other one though. See these little pins here? It's great for guides. New carburetor has one guide, and then it's actually both guides. I thought this was a full circle. So it's nice when you get your carburetor bolts, you can put one in the block, and then this one in theory with the block with the gasket, and then the carburetor will just attach right into it, so you can get it started, and then you can get your other bolts in there and get in there, because there's no room to work. Here actually there was not too bad, but the problem is that the bolt sits right here, and then at this spot there's no room to work. This is where the limiting factor is. So anyways, that's the carburetor. That's some bolts. I'm keeping all my bolts in that spot. Unfortunately, the gasket broke. This looks like my rectifier for the electrical, and then you got a fuel pump here, which is really neat, and it looks like a mechanical fuel pump. I'm guessing that goes into the engine and actually has a little arm that articulates, and it'll suck gas from the tank and then push into the carburetor. So this would be the gas tank, and this would be the carburetor. I'm assuming, just because of the way the hose is already set up. You know, it's nothing to change out those rubber hoses. Now they're all hard like plastic, so eventually that'll be changed out. If you didn't notice, there's no pull string, because this actually has a starter. Actually has a starter in there, so I thought it was pretty neat, because the starter button is right there. That's like those old style high beam light switches. And so I don't know how the hell. I took the bolts out because I want to take the tank out and wash it out. But what I'll probably end up doing is just pulling this engine out and we'll just replace it because it's gonna be way too much work to try to get this up and going. And I was taking video so I can know how all the belts go. So I'm gonna take a picture as I'm doing this, because sometimes the belts are pretty self-explanatory, but sometimes a pain in the butt to figure out where they go. And so I'm taking a picture now. I'll take a picture and this angle, and I'm really trying to get all the bolts too, so I can figure out where they went, because I don't really want to have to think about it. I don't want to have to guess for sure. That's encouraging. They're brand new bolts, so maybe at some point it did work. I don't really know, but when I take this apart, it looks like maybe I can just go and get these bolts off, and this bolt off, and this one down here, and those should be the 4 that I need to take off, and everything else in theory should stay on. I'm gonna probably have to get a puller and pull this off. There's no bolt on there, so I'm guessing the Woodruff key, the Woodruff key is the only thing holding it. I call it a Woodruff key, but I think the Woodruff key is like the half moon one. I forget what this is called, key slot maybe. All right, so that's really it. There should be nothing else. You got the starter there, got some electrical, but that's gonna come with it. That's gonna be this wire here, which is our power cable, which is awesome that it has a starter, but unfortunately it's gonna come off, and that must be the kill switch. And again, that's the start button. That round one is the kill switch, or the start switch. Then otherwise, you got a bolt there, a bolt over there, and you got this bolt right here, and this bolt, this gold bolt right here. So we'll get all 8 of those bolts off. We might have to get a few more, but I'm hoping just to be able to pull this cassette off, basically. The only thing is going to be this thing, so I might have to stop and go get a puller. I've got pullers, but I don't know where they're at. Trying to stay on top of stuff like that is difficult, because you can see my car and I'm constantly moving and doing stuff. So anyways, those are my excuses. And it doesn't cost much to run down to AutoZone and just go pick up the puller, and I know I'll have it for sure. So anyways, just looking at this. Oh cool, look at this. This is the gas. Is that neat or what? That's cool. I like that. So this is a throttle for the gas there. Huh. Yeah, because this little cable controls the choke. Actually, that cable controls this here. Should be, yeah, there's a rear flap. It's frozen in place, but it would have been this one here. Let's see if this is frozen. Oh yeah, this is frozen too. They're both just rusted in place, so it's not a big deal. I'll get some transmission fluid or something, and either way, I'm not gonna miss that. Carburetor's $15. I'll just get another carburetor. But if that thing has compression, then in theory it should start right up. The only other issue is the rectifier, and then of course I've got coils, so that's not a big deal. I've got extra coils to get that going, and most likely the valve will be able to get saved. That's just the air intake, and so I'll clean it off really good. I'll get some transmission fluid and I'll try to clean it out as good as possible. The guy said maybe the head gasket is blown. I don't see how that's possible. This guy had a bunch of heads everywhere of all sorts of vehicles, small engine, regular car, trucks. I think this guy just loved taking heads off. But he did give me the head gasket set, I imagine. It says something gasket. So hopefully this is a head gasket set for that engine. In theory, we can get that fixed. Check out this little air filter. That's cool, huh? I like that air filter. That's neat. Looks like maybe he already took it apart. I don't know if he's already taken it apart and tried to replace it. Oh, oil dipstick. Well, this is not the oil dipstick for this thing, because there is no dipstick location for it. So that's really all I've got in here. I bet you this was supposed to be a gasket for a fuel pump on some other vehicle, and it's a random wire apparently. So anyways, those are what we got for parts on this thing. I'll stop the video now. Oh, this must be like a safety kill switch of some sort. Well, it's not doing anything, it's frozen, but it's supposed to do something. Oh, there we go. No, I think it's just Oh, there we go. Oh, crap. There we go. It's dirty, so it'll need to be fixed. But anyways, that's the kill switch for something. I wonder if, you know, they're supposed to have safety mechanisms so you can't run the chain while the blade is intact or something to that effect. And I wonder if that's where those things are supposed to be. But this is the way I received it, so oh well. All right, guys, thanks for watching. This is the Ditchwitch 1820. This thing was buried in the dirt, and I should have taken video, but this thing was buried in the dirt. I ended up having to inflate the tires, and luckily they held air. This bearing is completely shot, so that's not to come off. I'm going to have to put a new bearing on that. But I wanted this thing in particular because look at the blades. These are dirt blades, and these are rock blades. Or teeth, whatever you want to call them. It did jump off of this. That's not a big deal. The problem is it was stuck in the dirt, and so you can see how deep this was in the dirt, and it was pointed down. I put this tire on there to get it up because if not, this thing would have been dragging on the freeway. And luckily everything made it. I had to drive 2.5 hours each way, 2.5 hours there and 3 hours back, 3.5 hours back. But we made it. So I'm gonna go and change out that engine, and let's just get this thing going. I'll deal with the engine later if at all. Thanks for watching. Bye.